back with more Angel. This is episode 15 of season 2. Very excited to carry on, see what's going to happen next with this season. Last episode, it was a funny one. Not the worst, not the best. There were zombies, let's move on. But yeah, either way, I'm still really liking this season, and I can't wait to see what direction I'm going to take with things. I really do want Darla to make another appearance. I feel like we haven't seen her for a couple of episodes, and because that was such a big deal for so long, and suddenly it just like didn't get brought up again. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to revisit that story now. So I'm hoping we might get that in this one, or at least soon. I mean, we only have 8 episodes left of the season, so we have to address it at some point. And yeah, Angel's still very much separated from the rest of the group. Lots of tension there, but I'm sure that'll be resolved at some point too. But yeah, very excited to see what's going to happen next. So let's get into the next one. Oh, look at all those greatest of all times.
What's next?
Look at all those goats.
Sacrifices tilted as shown in diagram
Oh.
12 to ensure
That's fine.
When she goes back to school, the other kids will never even notice that there was a third eye grey back there.
Oh, good. We are revisiting
She'll
this.
come back in.
Steve says since it's impossible to be bitten by a demon and to have a third eye grow on the back of one's head, that obviously you people are running some sort of scam, and you won't squeeze one red cent out of us. Come on, Stephanie.
I think you should leave, Steve.
Lindsay, I've been looking everywhere. Where are you going? Lunch.
Clearly not.
Lunch, really? Nothing can happen between now and Friday to screw this up.
Blood sacrifices, black masses, totems. I don't know what it
I
means.
feel like something's going to happen.
I mean,
He's filed a formal complaint.
he was raising zombie cops and setting them loose on the streets.
And I'm sure once I explain that to Internal Affairs, this will all just go away. They've just been looking for an excuse.
I think without her dad around, she literally only has her job.
The victims were locked in that wine cellar with their attackers, and I think I am done helping you now.
I think that's kind of fair.
Everything's crazy at the office with the review coming up.
Is Darla there?
How do you feel?
Stronger today, I guess.
I'm gonna take a shower.
You always take a shower when you come back from that place. Don't know why. You're never dirty.
I'm always there. I'm not here to sing. Oh, is that what we're calling it now? Something really. It's merciless. Actually, now that I say it out loud, it sounds an awful lot like Rex, doesn't it? Maybe you could just tell me in one word what it is.
Voldemort?
Likely. But I can tell you in 2. Senior partner.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Is their senior partner Voldemort?
What is it, and how do I stop it?
I don't know.
Pennywise.
And you don't. Kind of the downside of being here. That and the so-called musicals of Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Who's seen Cats?
Oh, I am picking up one other thing. They'd really like to see you dead.
Well, I could have said that.
Good Lord.
Oh.
Joel,
Don't make me move you.
Oh boy.
Oh, Cordelia.
Cordelia, ambulance.
Oh shit.
What it appears you've been doing, Detective, is isolating yourself. You've withdrawn from the stabilizing influence of your fellow officers, developed this morbid fascination for cases of a bizarre and macabre nature, and even you can't seem to give an explanation as to why.
Hello, Angel.
And the case was never solved?
no arrests have ever been made. That must be very frustrating for you.
Well done.
I dealt with it. What am I supposed to do? We will, of course, make available to you psychological counseling at the city's expense as part of your severance.
Why didn't you offer her that at the time?
Is this the part where you start to talk about monsters?
Fuck off.
Just glad your father's not around to see this.
Oh, fuck you.
I figured if something like that could happen.
Oh my god, this is the guy from
Right.
episode 2.
Turn before home. Tell me about the ring.
The band
Tell me
of black.
more, tell me more.
Simple thing, plain. You wouldn't give it a second glance.
That doesn't look very nice.
But it's the sort.
Well, can anyone use this ring?
How do you mean?
Well, will it get me back to the home office or wherever it came from?
Might.
Who is the Lord of the Ring?
things are gonna go.
Oh.
That's right, Angelus. Go towards the bleeding mortal, because that's smart.
God damn it, Darla.
The guns kind of makes it all a little too real, you know.
The gun was fired by a zombie, if it makes you feel any better.
You know, strangely, it doesn't. I don't suppose you'd ever consider maybe giving it up. Something else.
I don't know if you do that.
This is difficult for you, isn't it?
I just don't like to see you hurt.
No.
Well, neither do I.
I mean, breaking up with me.
Oh. Oh. Cheery episode, this one, eh? Bring back the zombie police. Oh dear. Those achievements aren't lessened. Oh, hello.
No, you should stay home. Spend time with Virginia.
Yes. It's a Friday night in the city of
Angels.
Must be someone you can call.
No, because then I'd actually have to have some friends. I don't.
Mood.
That's not true.
Oh.
You don't count.
Oh.
Thank you.
Good night, Wesley.
As much as I love their bickering, moments like this are also nice.
I'll see you soon.
One of them is on their way here now.
Huh. Huh. What's the plan here, buddy? Oh. Oh, heck. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Fits like a glove. The ring. Yay. Oh, shit.
Congratulations.
People do say working in offices is hell.
I'm quite dead. Unfortunately, my contract with Wolfram and Hart extends well beyond that.
Hop on in. You certainly earned it.
Wow, this is exciting, isn't it?
The elevator music should have been the show theme tune. Or for an even better reference, the Buffy theme.
Of course, all those people you save from that apocalypse would then have the next one to look forward to. But hey, it's always something, isn't it?
Interesting fellow, isn't he?
See, the world doesn't work in spite of evil, Angel. It works with us. It works because of us.
That's a lovely thought, isn't it?
You see, if there wasn't evil in every single one of them out there, well, they wouldn't be people. They don't be angels.
Oh.
Have a nice day.
I don't think he will. Angel doesn't do nice days. Okay. Oh, fuck. Well, he's a demon with that haircut. Oh, man. Life is shit, isn't it? Oh, God. And she's gonna go to some troublesome place now. Oh, he's really feeling it now. It's good that he's having a turning point, but at what cost? I'm nervous.
What you really want.
What are you doing?
I just want to feel something besides the cold.
Aren't vampires cold? Oh no. No. Great. Romantic. I think you might regret this, buddy. I don't think he'll lose his soul. I don't think he loves her that way anymore. I don't think he'll be like that truly happy, because his life is shit, but... Oh shit. Oh no. No, that's what happened, Buffy. Nope. Oh no. No, surely. Oh god. Okay. I love that episode. I thought that was definitely a return to form after the previous couple that I didn't enjoy as much, but this one was yes. Where do we begin? Well, I really liked how morbid the episode was in a very twisted sense. You know, life kind of sucked for basically everyone. And I really enjoyed the scene with Angel and Holland. It was cool seeing him again as well. That was really nice that they brought the actor back for that little bit. I think the actor's really great as, you know, at that kind of part. So it was cool to see Holland again, albeit like dead / not dead-ish, you know. That was cool, and I liked the scene where they were discussing, you know, Wolfram and Hart don't really see there being a victory for them because they don't even see a fight, which is a very interesting idea, and the fact that, you know, there's Earth is kind of evil and life is evil and humans are evil. Everyone has that bit of evil in them. I loved that line. You know, everyone has a bit of evil in them. If not, they'd all be angels. I liked that line. That was cool. And you know, I think Angel was kind of overcome. You know, how can I fight that? What's the point? I think he kind of that's the moment he really lost kind of any hope and motivation. I think for the one thing that was carrying him through, even his decision to get everyone, you know, push everyone away, like Cordelia and Wesley and everyone, he fired them all. His driving force was, I need to take down Wolfram and Hart. I can't let them kind of be dragged into it. I'll fire them. But now even that sole mission he had, I think he's kind of almost realised that maybe it's kind of pointless and, you know, a sham, because there's always going to be evil in the world no matter what. And Wolfram and Hart kind of live and feed on that evil, which makes them a very interesting kind of threat. And I love that idea, because I don't know if anyone's ever truly good. I don't know if anyone can be or should be 100% good. People are interesting because of their flaws, you know? And if you're born perfect, you're not going to learn anything. Life would be boring. So I really, really enjoyed that kind of take on things. Take on... That's a distraction. Anyway, I really liked that idea of, like, the world being evil, everyone having that bit of evil in them, and that realisation, I think, really affected Angel in a big way. Like, he looked like he was going to cry when he walked out that elevator and saw that they hadn't really moved after all that journey. Because he was expecting, like, I'm going to go to hell and fight this big evil thing, take it all out. And then, you know, his greatest threat was reality settling in. But then that did lead to that rather questionable decision at the end with Darla. I think that's going to come back to haunt him. I don't think he's evil again. I think they purposefully mirrored, you know, after he slept with Buffy, had that moment of pure happiness, he sat up in bed with a lightning strike or whatever, and then he lost his soul. I don't think they're doing that again. Maybe they will. It would be interesting to see him be Angelus again, but could you do really much new with that story now? Especially because it was done so well in Buffy, and it was so impactful. I don't know if I'd want to see that kind of ever come up again. You know, I know we've kind of seen Angelus come back in like an episode last season, stuff like that. But not full blown, like this is actually legit and happening. I don't know how I'd feel about that. But I don't think that's what it is. I feel like they want to trick you into thinking that is what it is. But I have to wait and see. I'm not like completely against the idea, because I think it would be interesting to see what they do with it, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. But either way, a very interesting way to end the episode, and I did like how they kind of paralleled that transformation that he had in Buffy Season 2. Yeah, I just don't think he's content enough in his life right now, even with sleeping with Darla, to actually, you know, lose his soul again. But I could be wrong. So yeah, everything with all the evil in Holland and everything was really cool. And it was just cool revisiting the Darla story, having her come back. Lindsay was taking care of her because of course he was. Bit of a crush. And I think that's interesting as well. That's going to cause a lot of tension with her and Lila. Because, you know, we start the episode and she was kind of like, you know, you'd tell me if you'd heard anything about them, right? And he was like, yeah, whatever. And he, you know, he was looking after all this time, and then when Lila kind of ordered Darla's death, he thumped her. So I think that's going to be another interesting kind of layer to their already quite complex and interesting dynamic that those two have. I love seeing them kind of spar with each other. So that's another interesting twist in that tale. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with that, but that was really, really cool. And yeah, just seeing Darla back and be quite brutal, killing that guy who like was helping Angel out with all this information and stuff. I mean, yeah, the glove, the ring. You know, when it's like an object of power, I kind of like, yeah, okay. You know, every show ever does this kind of thing. But, you know, what they used them for and built around it were like the, you know, evil inside everyone, Wolfram and Hart will always be there kind of thing. I think it made a lot of sense in that respect. So I don't really mind it, but yeah. Yeah, I'm speaking of the library and that guy who's like helping Angel out. Loved the callback to episode 2 with this guy that was in that episode, a lot older, still like working at that like library-ish place. I love that callback just because I really, really, really loved that episode. And them kind of talking about how Angel back then left that demon to basically feed on all those people. The paralleling that to what happened a few episodes back with him knocking all the lawyers away. That was really, really nice touch, I thought, to kind of bridge the gap between those two key events that we've seen this season that are quite, you know, very much linked and paralleled. So that was great. And yeah, just seeing Angel really struggle. I mean, he always struggles. It's kind of the point of his show, really. But, you know, they brought up like his role in the apocalypse thing again. And yeah, I think we're starting to see the turning point now in him at one of his lowest moments. Losing all that hope. And, you know, I mean, he slept with Darla. Darla, she's crazy. And he banged her. Maybe twice, who knows. And yeah, that's because, you know, he just wanted to feel something, he said. So everything he kind of built up over, like, since we saw him start his show, really, he's kind of lost all of that, because he kind of found, like, his friends and his family kind of feel, and now he's tossed that all away, and what he tossed that away for now seems to be a bit pointless, because it seems like maybe he'll never win that fight against the evil. So yeah, that was all very, very interesting, and I really liked that. Obviously, we didn't see a lot of Gunn. He was in like one scene maybe and then disappeared, but he had a bit of a larger role in the last episode, so I guess it makes sense. But I did like the focus on Wesley and Cordelia. Cordelia's obviously gone off to the Third Eye girl's house, and there's a demon there. I don't know if they explained what that was. I feel like, well, it's obviously going to come up again, but I did like that they carried on that story with the Third Eye, with the girl in the last episode, because it just happened in the last episode and they didn't revisit it. I was like, that was weird. But they carried it on, so that's good. Honestly, I feel like they should have just started that whole story in this episode and not the last one. They could have just had, you know, a scene where the girl and the mum turn up with the eye, and they just do like the charm there and then. Like, oh yeah, it's fixed. And then they have the argument about paying, blah, 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 blah. And then it all plays out the same way. I feel like I think it would have made a bit more sense based on the structure of the last episode to start that whole plot in this one. But there we are. Who am I to judge, I guess? But yeah, I do like that we're carrying on that story regardless. That's really, really cool. Excited to see where they go for it. Worried about Cordelia though, because she's on her way to a demon house, which is not ideal. Then yeah, Wesley, I liked seeing him still trying to recover from his gunshot injury. And I really liked the scene with him in Virginia. I'm actually really sad that they kind of broke up. But I do understand why it happened. I can see Virginia's point of view on that. As soon as she said, like, do you think you'd ever consider giving it up? I was like, nah, mate. I think it was a nice, like, short-term relationship. I think it was a very nice relationship that those two had. But it just wasn't meant to last. It was a very good relationship that was only meant to last for a short while, I guess. But I think they both got something out of it, and it's not like, I don't think it was a particularly messy breakup or anything. It's obviously very sad, because they did seem quite happy together, but I can understand like why that played out the way it did. And then that led to a really nice scene with Wesley like phoning Cordelia and checking on her. They have a really nice friendship above all like the bickering and stuff like that and the joking. So it's nice when they do display that, and that was really, really cool. So yeah, we're kind of seeing everyone kind of at pretty low points right now. Hopefully the rest of the season can maybe build them back up and they can grow back together as a family unit again. That'd be really, really cool to see. Anything else? Oh yeah, seeing the host again very briefly. I always like seeing him, so I just thought I'd give him a shout out because he's so fun. Yeah, just seeing him pop up was great, and like divulging that information to Angel, even though he wasn't supposed to, blah blah blah. Clearly he has like a soft spot for Angel and clearly respects him, and I really, really like that. And then yeah, finally I guess talk about Kate. I really felt for her in this one. I've said in the past, this season, she kind of got on my nerves at a few occasions with how she treated Angel. I understood it to a point, but then I think she went a bit too far with it. I was like, okay. But lately I've started to really warm up to her again. And yeah, that scene where she like got fired, I thought they were so mean to her. I was like, oh, you already fired her, but then you had to go in, oh, I'm glad your father's not here to see this. Oh, you're glad our man's dead, are you? You're glad our man's dead. You feel good about saying that, do you, you prick? But there we are. That's what I'd have said if I were Kate. What are you going to do? Fire me? Oh wait, you already did. This is what I really think of you, bastard. But yeah, she's also not in a very good place right now. I think when her dad died, all she had left was her work. She threw herself into it, and now even that's been taken away from her. That might cause even more resentment against Angel, which isn't ideal. But a very interesting story to take the character in, I guess. Because right from the moment we met her, she was like seemingly respected cop, enjoyed her job, and it was like her personal life that wasn't, really the best because she had a lot of tension with her dad. And they made a bit of progress with that, not a lot, but now we've also seen like her professional life fall apart as well. Where did we go next? And they even like had a scene paralleling her, I think, to Angel a lot. I think it might have been in the scene where her performance was being reviewed and stuff like that. There's a lot of comparisons there between her and Angel, like what they were saying about her. And yeah, this is kind of an episode where we saw Angel lose all that hope, and Kate lost it all too. So the parallels between those two characters' journeys I thought worked really, really well. That she turned to drinking and potentially pills. I'm scared about where they're going with that. And yeah, that was kind of the final nail in the coffin, I think, for Angel there, where he heard that message Kate was leaving him. Because he faced in this episode like every single ally he's kind of made since coming to LA, and he's kind of seen that he doesn't have those bonds with them anymore, with Kate, with Wesley and Cordelia and Gunn and everything, when he came to get that book from them, and they just completely kind of cast him aside. So how they handled that was all interesting, and I am excited to see where they go with the whole direction with Kate. What can they do with her when she's not a policewoman? We'll have to wait and see, but I'm excited to find out where they go with that. And I really enjoyed her story in this episode, seeing her kind of lose everything, as sad as it is, but it fit the theme of the episode, so makes a lot of sense. And yeah, Darla was Darla. She was a lot of fun. I liked her like wearing that wig, and then Angel just ripped it off, literally stole her wig. And vampire. That was funny. I liked that bit. So yeah, really, really good episode. I really, really like this one a lot, and I can't wait to see where we go with the rest of the season. 7 episodes left. Very, very exciting. And yeah, my next reaction will be to the next episode of Angel. So yeah, until then, thanks for watching.